Everyone, welcome back to Breakout Studios live online videos. I'm Taylor. We're getting ready for some ballet basics this morning. So I'll get some music playing and then we'll get going in just a couple minutes here. So a little bit quicker than normal. And I'll get my camera all fixed too. All right, here we go. Going here. So a little bit about our class today. We're going to be focusing a little bit more on adding arms in with the legs, so working a bit more on arm and leg coordination, and then towards the end of class, in the center, we'll have a fun little waltzy step working on balances and tombe quadrilles and all that jazz. So we'll start at the bar with our normal warm-up. So if you've been a regular Tuesdayer, you'll recognize this one. So we're starting in parallel. Already from the get-go, we're thinking of zipping up our lower abdominals, sending our tailbone down and heavy to the floor, rotating in the backs of our legs even though we're parallel. The ribs are closed, but the sternum and chest is open and up in opposition. We'll have our demi and point and demi and down and push the floor away 2 times. Other side, keeping a nice straight ankle and point. Not going towards that pinky toe and down. Push the floor away 2 times. And then our roll throughs, plie, heels peel up. Straight, keep those heels glued together so we don't venture out towards those pinky toes. Down and reverse and over, plie. Stretch, again, roll through and reverse, over, plie. Rotate from the backs of the legs to first. Same thing in first, a demi and point. Really careful not to sickle here now that we're turned out. And push and down and push. Other side. And demi and point and a demi and first and a point and down and a point and down. Our roll throughs, plie, heels peel up. The arches stay over that second toe and down. Reverse, over, plie. Stretch. Again, plie, roll through. Reverse, over, plie, and stretch. And then we have our stretches. We'll go in parallel all the way down. Coming up, flat back. And point bra back. Coming up, twisting out the spine, but trying to keep those hips square towards that front. So we have a nice twist in the back. And then other side, swan dive all the way down, leading with your chest. And come up long through the neck, flat back. Coming up out of the hips to port bra back. And twisting out the spine. And then we'll face our bar. We'll grab our knee. We'll bring it up towards our shoulder. You can use whatever you're using as a bar or a wall to hang on to if you need a little bit of extra balance. If not, grabbing a knee with both hands, circling out the ankle. You can reverse the circle. And then we'll grab the other knee, bring it up to the shoulder, reverse, or circle out the ankle, reverse it. And we'll finish there. All right, here we go. So starting in a nice parallel. And we have demi, point, and demi, parallel. 2 pushes, not using the thigh, pushing the floor away with the toes. Other side. Ankle stays nice and straight. And we push, down, and push. Ready for our roll throughs. Plie, heels peel up, stretch, and down. Reverse. And plie, right over that second toe, not the pinky toe. Heels stay glued together. And rotate to first position. Same thing in first. Demi, point, demi, and first. Push. Toes, push the floor away. Other side. Demi, point, demi, and first. And push, and down. Push. Roll throughs. Plie. Heels peel up. Stretch. Lower straight. Reverse. Over. Again. One more reverse, and then our stretches in a parallel forward. And all the way forward. Long turn up, flat back. And up and to the back. And twist out the spine. Other side. And dive down. Long to the flat back. And port brought back. And twist out the spine. And face the bar. Bring that knee up to your shoulder. Circle out the ankle. And other side. Let's finish off with a calf stretch. Send one foot back, stretch out that calf. And switch, other side, calf stretch. And finish, good. All right, move on to some plies. If you've been here on Tuesdays, you'll recognize this one as well. So we'll start in first position, and we'll take our 2 demis. So 1 demi, and the arm floats en bas. And second demi, it opens out to second. We do a grand plie, going through a demi plie, then a grand, back up to a demi with the heels down, and stretch. We're gonna follow the hand as we port a bras forward. We'll roll up, a little elevate, and lower, and tendu, and second. And same beginning, 2 demis, and stretch. And demi knees opening to the side, stretch. Grand plie, keeping those hips right underneath the shoulders, 6, and 7, and 8. We reach up, and then over to the side. Coming up, nice elevate, and lower, and tendu, right into 5th. And a demi, and stretch, and demi, and stretch. Grand plie, demi, all the way down, and demi, and stretch. The arm is gonna come through to go up, port de bras back. Our head looks a little bit to the side so we don't strain the neck. Coming up, little elevate, and lower. And then let's tendu back to first. Let's plie, do a little roll through so we can stretch out those arches one more time. Straighten up, and then we'll balance there in a first position. Yeah, so 2 demis and a grand plie in first position. Port de bras forward, elevate, keeping the legs straight. Second position, 2 demis and a grand plie. Port de bras towards the bar. Elevate, keeping the legs straight. Fifth position, 2 demis and a grand plie. Port de bras back. Little elevate and lower. Tendu back to first. We'll roll through and do a little releve balance in first. When we cambre to the back, we want to make sure that we have our neck looking a little bit to the side. We're not looking straight back because we don't want to strain our neck. So the head looks just a little bit to the side, but make sure not to sacrifice the shoulders. We don't want to open up this way. The shoulders stay square, and it's just the head that looks kind of in towards that side elbow, and then we come up. Yeah? All right, here we go. First position. And add 2 demis. Grand plie. Port de bras forward. Rolling up. Elevate. Lower. Tendu, second position. 2 demis. Knees opening out side to side. Grand plie. Heels stay glued down for that grand towards the bar. And elevate. And lower, tendu into fifth. 2 demis. Right under the shoulders. And port de bras back, looking a little side. Come up, elevate. Lower, tendu into first. Plie, roll through. Stretch, and we balance. Feel the lower abdominals pulled up. Tailbone going down to the floor. Ribs closed, but shoulders open and broad. Plie, stretch, and finish. Good. All right, let's go around to the other side. Here we go. First position. Growing taller as we plie. Lift, stretch, grow taller. Stretch, grand plie, knees open out. And follow the hand forward. Little elevate. And lower, tendu second. And 2 demis. Grand plie, the heels don't leave the floor. Elevate, lower, tendu into fifth. Careful not to send the hips back right underneath the shoulders. And grand plie. And port de bras back, looking into that side elbow. Coming up, elevate, tendu into first. Plie, roll through your feet. As we balance, the heels are continuing to move up and forward. The backs of the legs and glutes are engaged. Plie and finish. Good. All right. We'll take a tendu from first now. So we'll keep the arm side for this tendu from first combination. So kind of similar to tendu first we've done in the past, but kind of speeding things up a little bit now. So we'll have roll through, point and down, again and down, tendu, and first, tendu, and first. Same thing on quad, and down, and point, and down, slide outside, and in, and side, to the back. We roll up and down, roll through the foot, and down, to the back, and first, tendu, and first, last time side, and down, and roll up, and back down, slide out, and first, slide out, and first. Turn in parallel, fold forward, do what you need, pelvic the feet, shake out the head, soften the knees to roll up one vertebrae at a time, and then using your rotator muscles, not forcing it, rotate back into a turned out first, your natural turned out first. And then let's plie, we'll releve in first again. And this time, I challenge you to soften the muscles in the neck and try to look side and back to center, and side and back to center. And then we'll finish. Yeah, that's helping us prepare later on for pirouettes when we need to spot and pick something. If we have a lot of tension in our neck, we're not able to spot, and it's going to throw off our turns later on in center. So this is a nice way to make sure that our neck is nice and released, and we can move it side to side without it affecting our shoulders or our upper bodies. Yeah. So we have rolling through the foot and down, rolling through and down. Same motion of the foot, but now we're sliding it out to a tendu, and in, and out, and in. Same thing on quad. And then we have our stretches, balancing first, release the neck, and we'll finish. All right, here we go. And first, and up, and down, up, down, tendu front, first, and front, first to the side, down, side, down, side, in, and roll up, down, roll up, tendu back, last time side, roll up and back down, roll up and back down, tendu side, and parallel, and fold forward. Take whatever stretch you need, pedal out the feet, shake out the head. Let's soften the knees, rolling up. And use those rotator muscles to turn the heels out. Plie, releve, balance here first again. Move the head to the right, back to center. Move the head to the left, back to center. Plie, and we'll finish. Good. Nice. I think I used some confusing word choice when I said side. I should have said roll up and back down. As we go to the left, make sure with these roll-ups, I noticed it myself, that we don't want to let the hip come up with this. Our hip stays completely neutral and unaffected by what's happening down here. It's just the toe working its way up, not the hip going up and out. All right, here we go, other side. And so roll up and roll down. Again, hip still. And front, in, and roll up and down. Roll up and down. Tendu side. And again, roll up, hip stays neutral. Yeah, it's hard to balance when we're kind of moving our head around. Our head's heavy. So any kind of movement up there can really throw off our balance, but it's important to still be able to balance when our head's moving for turns and pirouettes and whatever they are on the center. All right, let's do a tendu from fifth now. So now we're gonna do this one en croix twice through. The second time you'll have the option to add a little arm with the leg as well. If the arm ever gets too much in this class, feel free to keep it to the side or keep it on the hip to really focus on the technique of the legs. But to get a little more coordination, we'll add a little arm in there. So we'll have to this tendu front. 1 and a fifth and a 2 and a fifth, then pas de cheval. Out, tendu and a fifth. Same thing en croix and back and a side. Close front, we have coupe, extend out, tendu and a fifth. To the back and in and back and in and coupe, knee extends back and tendu. Fifth, en croix, close front and side, close back, coupe and in, out and tendu and a fifth. So now we're going to add an arm with the pas de cheval. Yeah, so not a front side back action, but now we'll have 1 and a fifth and 2 and a fifth. The wrist flips over so we can do a coupe. The arm comes to en bas. As we pas de cheval out, the arm is going to go through first and open and fifth. Yes, to the side. Kind of mirrors the leg. 2 and pas de cheval out, tendu and fifth. To the back and 2 and pas de cheval. First and out, tendu, fifth and side and 2. Pas de cheval. First open, tendu and fifth. After that, let's take a plie, sous. We'll balance with the arms. Let's get the arms fifth high. I lied. Arms fifth high, and then we'll balance there in a sous to finish. So if you notice the arm, it kind of has to go slow and then fast. Yeah, so we have the coupe and the arm is just floating on bas. It almost gets there, and then as the leg starts to go out for the pas de cheval, then our arm has to a little bit more quickly go through first and open, so that by the time our leg is extended fully out, our arm will be side. Yeah, we don't want to have here, open, out. We want to have here, open, out. So when it hits that end, our arm is already side. Yeah, so it's kind of slow and fast, and slow and fast. All right, here we go. 2 tendus, pas de cheval, en croix twice through. Second time with an arm, and we'll balance in sous, arms fifth high. All right, here we go. Arms sit high, and feel that length in the lower spine, lower abdominals pulled up, hold that balance. Lengthen the elbows, not locking out the elbows, but having long arms, and plie, and finish. Good, if that's your first time adding an arm and a leg together with the pas de cheval, you kind of feel a little bit like this, so we'll keep at it for the second side. Here we go. Knee side, coupe, extend. Now we add an arm and an out. Fifth, out, fifth, arm down, up and out. To the side. Knee side for this coupe. To the back. Last time side. Coupe and out. Tendu. Fifth plie. Sous-sus. Arms up. Long arms. Long spine. And plie. And we'll finish. Good. All right, moving on to a little dégagé. We'll just do this one once. We won't have any arms in this combination. So we'll have 2 slow and 3 a little quicker into a plie. So 7, 8. We have out and fifth and out and fifth and 1 and 2. Plie and stretch to the side. And fifth, really brush the floor. And fifth, plie and stretch to the back. And fifth, and the back. And fifth, don't let that elbow stab. And fifth, plie. Last time, side and the side. Fifth, then a brush. Fifth, 1, 2, plie, stretch. After that, we'll port de bras forward and come up. Port de bras back and come up just to stretch out our legs. Let's take a coupe to the front, just on flat, not on releve. Feel that knee rotating to the side, using the backs of the legs to feel that rotation, not cranking it. And pull up, weight over the ball of the foot, and we'll balance here in a coupe front, making sure that our ankle isn't touching our leg, just the tips of our toes are, our heels are coming forward as we feel that balance in a coupe front on flat, and we'll finish, yes. So with these dégagés, really making sure that we're brushing the floor. I think it was last class we did some little jetés and assemblés without jumping. So for those, when we start to jump, again in center, we really need to use the momentum of brushing the floor. So that's what we're doing here at the bar with our dégagés, brushing and in, and brush and in. Even though it's faster, still brush, brush, plie, like you just landed from a jump. Don't plop down. Control that plie and stretch, yeah. So our combination, out and in, and out and in, and in, and in, plie, and stretch to the side, and change, side, change, 1, 2, plie, stretch, same thing back, same thing side, then we port de bras forward and back, and then we bounce, and we front, on flat. On arm side the whole time, really make sure the elbows lifted, especially when we go to the back. Don't let this happen. Pull up and elbows lifted even more to the back. All right, here we go. So much to think about. I think it was this one. Okay, and So make sure the heel's not against the shin, not the thigh. All right, good. Let's go around to the other side. Here we go. Lots of brushing the floor. Activating those toes. And out. Fit. Brush, brush, fit. And fit. Fit, plie. Side. Not too high for these exercises, just very low. 1 inch off the floor. Back. Fit, fit, plie to the side. Fit, fit, plie. And full forward. Up. Lift up, out. Let's go back, looking in towards that elbow. And up. And coming to the front. Feel that knee rotating to the side, that heel coming forward. Air in those armpits, no saggy elbows. And plie. And stretch. Good. Good. We're done with that combination, but we will do another dégagé from first. As we're really focusing on brushing the legs, make sure we don't get too carried away and start brushing it too high. Yes, because with dégagés, we're meant to be able to go as fast or as slow as we want. And if we want to go really fast for those dégagés, yeah, we can't have those high legs. Yeah, so we need to just have them low on the floor. This is kind of mimicking our petit battement, little fast, quick footwork. So we can't have super high legs with that. All right. Oh, we're going to do dégagé from first, but with one hand on the bar, because we're going to practice again adding an arm again with that leg. So we're just going to have 8 dégagés closing first, but adding an arm. So we're going to have, I'll face a little bit this way so you can see better. We have dégagé 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Elevate and down, elevate and down, elevate and down, elevate. Reverse, arm up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Elevate. Su, su, su to new. Close first. We go other side. Yeah, so what we're kind of working for here is eventually being able to do our dégagés from first, adding a port de bras and reversing the port de bras. So now we're kind of adding counts with those arms, so it doesn't feel too much like this right now, but it may still a little bit, I don't know. But so arm to the side, we have 2 counts each position of the arm. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Separate that with 4 elevates. 1 and down and 2 and down. If you want, you can test your balance with both arms off the bar if you want. And reversed. So up, 4, 2, first, 4, 2, down, 4, 2, side, 4, 2, elevate, close to su, su to new, and we'll finish right there. Yeah, so making sure each position has 2 counts to get there. That way we're not doing 1, 2, 3, 4, oh wait, yeah, arm 6, yeah. So we're breaking it up with 2 counts each side. And then like I said too, for these elevates, feel free if you want to take both arms in second and feel those elevates without the bar for a little extra challenge. All right, here we go. So right and left together, and down, 1, 2, first, 2, up, 2, side, 2, elevate, down, 2, 3, 4, reverse, up, 2, first, 2, down, 2, side, 2, 2. Now just 1 elevate, close through Sue. Sue to new, open to first. Here we go, left side. Down, 2, first, 2, up, 2, side, 2, elevate. Ankle stay straight. 3 and 4. Reverse. Up, 2, first, 2, down, and side. Just elevate once, and close, and scoot new. First, and finish. Good. All right, moving on to rond de jambes. We're going to combine, like we did, I think, a couple weeks ago, fondus and rond de jambes together. So, little compound combo. So 7 and 8, arms stay side. We have fondu to the front, and it's nice and slow. To the side, and fondu to the back, and tendu. And first, we have and front, around, first and front. Oh wait, I chose really slow music, so let's do kind of up to tempo rond de jambes instead. So we had our fondu front, fondu side, fondu back, tendu in first. 4 rond de jambes on the floor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, off the floor, front and side and back, close 5th, and then we go from the back. Fondu, knee stays side, open to the back. Fondu, abdominals pull up to the side. Fondu, knees straighten together, front, tendu, and first. 4 ronds on the floor, back, side, front, and back, side, front, first, back, side, front, first, back, side, front, off the floor, side, energy through those toes, front, and 5th. Let's go. Port de bras forward, up, passe, and down. Port de bras back, and up. Inside leg passe, and down. And side, and up. Away, and up. And either on flat or on releve, we'll have a passe balance to finish off the combination. Yeah, and let's for that passe balance, let's go through a plie sous-sus, and then draw a line up that shin of your leg, and we'll balance there. And only take that passe as high as you can without sacrificing the stability of that working hip. Yes. So if your passe is here, that's fine. I'd rather it be a lower passe than high, and we have to crank up the hip to do this because this isn't a position that we can balance or turn in. So one more time. We have 3 fondus. Fondu to the front, fondu to the side, fondu. It's slower than this. To the back, tendu, and first. 4 rond de jambes. 1 going through a first each time. 3 through first. 4 off the floor. Send energy to the front. Send energy to the side. Send energy to the back. And 5th. We reverse all that. Then we have port de bras forward, passe, port de bras back, passe inside leg to the back, so my toes to the back of my knee. Port de bras side, port de bras away, plie, sous-sus, drawing a line up that leg, and feel that passe balance to finish off either flat or releve. So with all these rond de jambes, we're taking up the speed a little bit. The music's much slower than normal rond de jambe music, so it won't be absurdly fast, but it is going to be faster than kind of our usual front, around, through first. We're picking up the speed a little bit. So as we go a little bit faster with these rond de jambes, make sure that we're not cutting corners, especially to the back. It gets really tempting to kind of go front side, and not get all the way to the back. We want front, side, back, through first, front, side, back, through first, yes. All right, here we go. And so fondue, front, side, back. Fondue to the front. Fondue knee side, side. Fondue knee side, back. Fondue, grow taller as you close first. Here we go, 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off the floor. Side, back. 5th. From the back. Fondue, extend back. Fondue, extend side. Fondue, knees straight at the same time. Fondue, grow taller as you close first. And back, side, front. Through first. And back. And back. Off the floor. And quarter forward. And up. And passe front. And 5th. To the back. Looking a little side. And up. Now our inside leg goes passe back. And up. Now, side and away. Away. So much music. And let's take a plie. Sous-sus. Feel that balance and passe without lifting that working hip. Pulling up on that standing side. Closing to sous-sus. Plie. And finish. Good. All right, nice. Good. We'll go around to the other side. So with these fondues, remembering that both knees are straightening at the same time, and we're imagining that our muscles are kind of moving through a pool full of molasses or honey, so it's never jerky, locking those knees out. All right, other side. And fondue, front, moving through molasses, side, fondue, back, fondue, pull up as you close, 4 runs, front, side, back, first, front, off the floor, send energy through the tips of the toes, all the way around, 5th, from the back, fondue, and side, fondue, front, fondue, and close, from the back, side, front, first, back, 3, 4, back, side, front, and 5th, and forward, up, and back, and up. Oops. We go back, up, and then pass the inside leg to the back. Side and away. Take all your time here. And up to go away. And plie, sous-sus. Draw a line up the front of the shin to the knee for that passe balance. Pulling up on that standing hip, relaxing that working hip down. Close elbows to susu, plie, and finish. Good. Sorry, I think I messed up the combination there, but hopefully you guys still got it. All right, let's take a little adagio action. So we'll do one that I think we've all seen before here. We'll take a port de bras forward, and 2, and 3, and 4. Developé front, coupe, passe, to the front, and 5th, and to the side, and 2, and 3, and 4. Coupe, passe, to the side, and 5th, and port de bras back, looking towards that elbow but not moving the shoulders. 2, 3, and 4. Arm comes down for coupe, passe, knee opens to arabesque, and 5th, we're going to have slide out to a tendu, and squeeze up to a susu, soutenu, around, plie, and stretch, and then we'll go around right away to the left. Yeah. So port de bras forward, 2, 3, 4, developé, 6, 7, 8. Port de bras side, and up through coupe, drawing a line up the knee. The knee lifts and the toe unfolds, and 5th. Port de bras back, and up. Coupe, knee stay side, passe, knee stay side. Knee opens as we extend to arabesque, and 5th. And now just make this as flowy and exaggerated and artistic as you want. Slide out, reach, up to susu, grow tall, soutenu around, and plie, and 5th. Make that as exaggerated and diva-ish as you want, yes? With these developés, we always come to the same motion of drawing a line up the leg to the front. We want to keep this hip down and back as the heel extends forward for that developé. So it's not so much about getting the height up there. We want to keep that hip down and extend out to the front. To the side, we want that knee to lift up first, and then we extend the toe out. Yeah, to not have to tax that thigh too much. And then to the back, same motion up the leg. The knee opens to the back for that arabesque, so we're not leading with the glutes and the heel. All right, here we go, adagio. And port de bras forward and developé forward. And developé front, coupe, passe, heel extends forward, and side. And developé side, knee lifts, unfold the leg, 5th, to the back. Picking up the speed a little bit, we'll do some frappes. Let me remember what music I used. are 2 slow and 3 fast. So kind of mimicking that dégagé combination. So we have strike out, hold, hold, and strike out, hold, hold, and a 1, 2, 3, hold, hold, to the side, and out, 1, 2, 3, hold, hold, to the back, striking with the ball of the foot, and strike, 2, 3, hold, hold, to the side, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, hold, hold. After that, let's bring the foot in for a fondue, coupe back, yes, and then we'll releve, and let's balance here in a coupe back. So my heel, if I'm in a coupe back, my heel is connected right down low, not at my calf, which is tempting, right down almost by my ankle bone, and my toes are winging out to the back. So nice and low, and keeping that knee to the side, not letting this happen. Oh yes, to the side when we're doing frappes. You may already know this, but when we go to the side, we always change where our heel is, front and back of our ankle. So I strike, I come into the back. I strike, I come to the front. 1 back, 1 front, 1 hold, hold. So whenever we're doing frappes to the side, we're always changing our relationship to the front or back of our ankle. Yeah, so en croix, 2, slow, and 3, quick, hold, hold. En croix, brushing that floor with the ball of the foot. And then we come in fondue, coupe back, and we just releve, careful not to go back. Abdominals up, ribs closed, and we'll balance there in a coupe back position. All right, here we go. And strike, and strike. Faster, 1, and 2, and 3, hold, hold, to the side, and up, and 1, 2, 3, hold, hold, to the back, and back, and 1, 2, 3, hold, hold, to the side, and 2, and 1, 2, 3, hold, hold, fondue, coupe back, releve, knee, side, toes, leaning out, back, and close, plie, and finish, good. Nice, we're on to the other side. Something that I'm a huge culprit of, especially as we start getting later on in class. Our muscles are kind of fatigued, we're like bored of the bar, we're done with it. Make sure we don't start to kind of sit back into our hips and let our arms kind of sag down. The more and more, especially with these frappes, we kind of have lower legs now, so it's tempting to just kind of sit back here. Lengthen that lower spine, abdominals zipped up, ribs closed, arms initiating from the back, so our elbows are lifted. I like to think of like air in my armpit. Yes, not here. Whoosh, the whole time for these frappes. All right, other side. We got our grommet mas, and then we're done. Where did the grommet music go? Okay, let's just do our tried and true 3 grommet mas and a plie en croix using a port de bras. So now, unlike our dégagés, we get to extend that energy as high as we want instead of stopping it a couple inches off the floor. So now we have that same brush, but going a little higher. So grandma, front and fifth, and a 2 and fifth, then a 3 and fifth, plie to the side, then a 1, change back, and a 2, change front, and a 3, change back, plie to the back. 3 grandmas pulling up each time, pull up, and 3, pull up, plie to the side, 1, 2, 3, plie, and we'll finish. We'll go around to the other side. So making sure that our holding of the bar is not a grip. I like to think of a flat hand gliding across the bar. Because when we do these ground up mods, especially when we go to the back, we are going to move our chest forward a little bit and our hips are going to go back a little bit in order to get that leg up. We're not going to stay straight up. Yes, so we have to be able to kind of move our hands so our hand always stays in front of our shoulder. We never want to be ground up mind and have our elbow hiked up and keeping our arm in the same place. Yeah, so as we go to the back especially, we got to move that arm along the bar as needed. And make sure to move it back as we close so we're not just staying here the whole time like we're doing a cardio workout. All right, here we go. And brush up, control, brush, control, brush, fifth plie to the side, brush, down, control all the way down, to the back, nice arm gliding along the bar, to the side, to the other side. Here we go. Brush, brush, plie to the side. Keeping that working hip down. To the back. Nice arm gliding along the bar. Holding up as we close. So we can take our bars away and take like a minute here if we need water or a bathroom break. And then we'll come center. You're okay, Polar. We'll come center in like a minute or so. Oh, yes, a good stretch. Yeah. Combination here in the center. So we'll start with our right foot front kind of facing on floss, and we start off with 2 balances. And for these balances, let's bring the arms up and over into our fourth position arms. So we have balance and balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, and fifth, and stretch, and balance. We do this 3 sets. Say, tombe, pas de bourrée, and fifth. One more set of this. Balance, and balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, and fifth. Arms come to first. We take 2 passes, up and 2, and down the back of the leg, and up the back of the leg, and down the front of the leg. And then we go to the left. So many balances. Balance, and balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, and fifth, and stretch, and balance, and balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, and fifth, and stretch, and balance. A good arm workout too. Tombe, pas de bourrée, and fifth. Arms come to first. We have passe up the front and down the back, not moving our passe hip, and down the front, and then we'll finish. If you're really feeling fancy and confident, you're welcome to take those passes up to a releve, but if not, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to feel it nice on flat, really making sure with these passes that we feel kind of like a marionette doll. So it's like if someone just pulled a string and our knee is just coming up and down. Yes, when we do that with a marionette doll, their legs are kind of separated from their the rest of their body, so it's not making this happen even slightly. It's just our toe coming up and back down. Toe coming up and back down. Yes. Let's hear it with the music, and then we'll take it away. So just listening. Balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, and fifth, and stretch. Balance, and balance, tombe, pas de bourrée. We would do it one more time, and then our first set we have passe, 2, and down, 4, 2, passe, 2, and down, 4, 2. Yes. And for these balances, really making sure that we get to that coupe position quickly and precisely, and then we can draw it up. So coupe, up, down, and coupe, up, down. Hit that coupe back quickly. Here we go. Right and left. Balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, and fifth, and stretch. Balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, fifth, again. Tombe, pas de bourrée. Arms come to first position. Passe up and down. Don't lean back. To the left and balance. Tombe. To the right. Tombe, pas de bourrée. Fifth. One more time to the left. And passe up, down, up, down, and finish. Good. Nice. All right, let's come find just a spot in the center. We're just going to stretch it out, do a little reverent stretch, and then we'll finish off for today. So find a spot, find a big, wide second position. We're going to start off with a big grand plie. Just in your natural turnout, don't force it too much. And so big, wide second, natural turnout, and grand plie. Thanks for joining me. Have a nice rest of your week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye. Thank you.